get a nice little house we rented on the lake, and we'd have nothing except for fish.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone, for being here and those watching. The only thing I really have is I hope everybody had a good 4th of July. Wanted to remind everybody that the big train's coming through next Monday. We're going to have special things going down on the riverfront starting, I believe, at 9 o'clock. I don't think the train's here till 2 something. We're going to be here for 15 minutes. And then the other thing I wanted to congratulate, we had, I think, 4 students from the FFA that went all the way to Washington, D.C. to represent the school in that and did very well. Your son was one of them. And,
FCCLA.
oh, okay, wrong one. Thank you. Anyway, they did a good job in representing Hermann in Washington, D.C. I think that's great. Just wanted to recognize them. Sorry, I had the wrong organization. Oops. Okay, City Administrator.
Thank you. So we have the fiscal year closed out, and these are reports laying on your desk. I didn't make it in your binders because they just got done. All the invoices in your binder tonight are June invoices, and the semi-annual financial report will be published by the end of the month in accordance with state law. So our sales tax numbers, I may have mentioned the general fund at the last meeting. We ended the year with almost $5,000 over last year. And the lodging fund, which I did not have at last meeting, they are $7,000 over last fiscal year. So I thought that ended really well. Another little piece of good news is our cyber insurance coverage. 3 or 4 years ago, Myrma quit covering cybersecurity coverage. And so we had to go out and get our own, and it was costing us about $11,000 a year. So this year, this coming year, starting July 1, Myrma is going back to providing some cyber coverage. They're providing a very good basic packet, and then we have the opportunity to buy $1 million additional coverage, and by purchasing that, it puts us super comparable to our standalone product that we had, and that was only $3,000. So I went ahead and I had to pull the trigger on that last week. So for $3,000, we're getting the same coverage as we were paying $11,000 for before, so we're saving the $7,000. So that is great that Myrma is doing that again. The ADA website compliance law that we've been talking about, that deadline has been pushed back an entire year from April 27 to April 28. So they're giving everybody a lot more time to work on that. Our pool, they get 3 audits from Jeff Ellis during the season, and they just had one of those audits and they received an exceeds rating, so kudos to them. As you all know, our street foreman, our longtime street foreman, will be retiring in the spring, and so we had budgeted for some overlap for training purposes, so we're going to start advertising for that position here very shortly. And as you also know, we are still down a full-time person in the Parks Department, and so my latest Facebook post, I advertised for full-time, part-time, seasonal, anything we can get, we can take. So if you know of anybody, shake the bushes. We're trying to get some help in the Park Department. And speaking of the Parks Department, Dan, the new park foreman, is here. If you have not met him, please do. He is here because I gave him the wrong date of the meeting. The park meeting is next Monday night. So Dan is here unexpectedly, but welcome. All right. I told you at the last meeting that Tammy Bergerhoff and I were going to the Amazon Data Center open house in Montgomery City, which we did. Didn't learn a whole lot of new things, but Tammy did make a very good contact regarding some upcoming opportunities for grants that they'll be offering for different community improvements, public safety and infrastructure. So we'll keep our finger on the pulse of that. Freedom Fest, I think, was a booming success. I was down on the riverfront almost all evening, and that East End launch site worked very well. And the display was great. I think it was one of the best ever. And the reason being is that because of the proximity being closer between the launch and the spectators, they use smaller shells, and the shells, smaller shells of course are least expensive. So they could give us a longer and better show. So the chamber was very pleased as well, and so I would anticipate them asking for that same location again next year. I want to let you know, if you haven't already seen advertisement for the mural event fundraiser, it will be for the mural on the retaining wall down at Casey's, which is going to be in honor of Mason and Adam and all the first responders. The event is being sponsored by the Chief Mason Griffith Foundation. They need to raise a final $23,000 to get that done. It's being done by a very well-known artist, and it'll be on, the fundraiser will be right there on location at Casey's, August 2nd, 11 to 6. Food, music, silent auction, some guest speakers, some state dignitaries maybe. The mayor has been asked to speak and say a few words, but if you can put that on your calendars to support that effort if you can, that would be appreciated. Melissa and I went to St. Louis Friday to the UGM, that's our utility gas management meeting. Ron Reagan, that you always hear me talk about, who helps us purchase our gas and consult for us. We went, and there's some good information, and Ron announced his retirement. So we will certainly miss all of his expertise, but he is leaving us in good hands. And I think that is all I have tonight.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Public Works?
Street department has been repairing cutouts from water repairs. They've been trimming trees on the alleys that are overgrown. Just a reminder to people, if your alley is overgrown, that's really your responsibility to maintain that. If you can possibly do it, we'd appreciate it. It takes a lot of man hours away. They've been keeping up on mowing and weed eating. They repaired a couple washouts along Freen Creek. We utilized the concrete that we removed for the 4th Street sidewalk project for that, so that worked out really good. They're also taking scrap dumpsters to be recycled. They've taken a couple loads of glass to St. Louis. The water department has been getting things together for the Stark Boulevard project. They've also got Eli out painting the well houses, trying to get those in good condition, and he's got them cleaned up. They look good. Gas has installed 3 new services and been working on right-of-way maintenance. The sewer department has jetted and cambered the 300 block of Mozart. We had a customer that was having an issue there, and we've always had some questioning. On none of our mapping, there's no main that goes behind, like north of 4th Street on that 300 block, but we knew it had to go somewhere. And we finally were able to find that by going through a customer's service lateral. So we know where it is. There's no access to it, there's no manholes, so we'll have to get that straightened out. But good investigation and good utilization of the tools. They've also been keeping up the UV equipment and spraying and doing right-of-way maintenance on that as well. Electric has been working on a couple services and also power for the ball field lighting project. They've been working on inventory and right-of-way maintenance. Parks has been mowing and weed eating and watering trees as needed, and doing playground safety inspections as required, and keeping up with the maintenance on that.
You have any questions?
Can you give me an update on Schiller Street?
So we actually got an update today. It looks like they're going to start either next week or the following week. They've got the structures delivered. Or, well, they're not delivered, they're done. They're going to be delivered. They're gonna put Schiller off until last so that we move around that car show cycle. So that's gonna be the last street they do as of now. So they'll start working on all the stormwater improvements on all the other streets first, and then Schiller will be the last one that they go
So
after.
so it will not be done before the car show.
No, there won't be any asphalt put down. That's the
I've
big.
been asked that a couple times.
So the big concern is that the asphalt crews want to come in here at once. They don't want to come in here
No, I got
in
it.
two
I
stages.
understand.
So if that was all we had to do, we could probably bang that out. But I don't think that's likely.
No problem.
Is there going to be an extra cost on the NB West contract
I mean, not that I've been made aware of.
with the price of oil? It's not asphalt?
Well, I mean, we haven't got a bill yet, so I don't know. I don't have an answer for that until they get in here and purchase the asphalt. I don't know how the asphalt purchasing business goes as far as kind of like how we pre-buy natural gas. I don't know if they pre-buy the mixes for that at the beginning of the year. I just don't know enough about how that works to answer that.
What about the ballpark lighting? Where are we?
So we're supposed to be getting the soil engineers here. They finally got the information that they've been trying to get from Stresscrete as far as the compaction and surface distribution of the tension in the soils that they need. So now that they've got that information, SCI has stuff to go off of. I should know more Wednesday as far as what the timeline is, but the last time I talked to Caleb, he said that ball should be rolling here pretty shortly. And I just talked to Jack about that Friday, and he said it's in the works.
And we have an extension? on
Yes,
this
correct.
contract?
That's all been,
And are they going to help us pay for this extra work?
my understanding is they are, that it'll still be a cost share. So all things are well as they can be given the problems we found.
And then the trees and the ditch in the back, are we going to?
Still at a standstill on that. So we can get these trees out here. Those we can get. I think they're waiting on the final report from SCI before they want us to do anything back here. I understand the reasoning, and I mean it's frustrating to keep putting it off, but their whole thing is that if this comes out that we need to reshape the contours completely and we put all this stuff in the ground back here, there's a real good chance we're going to end up ripping it right back out to reprofile whatever we need to do.
When, do they have any idea when they're going to have it?
I have not heard a date yet.
I just noticed the crack is getting wider.
Yeah, and they've been monitoring that stuff as far as I'm aware, so that's part of what they're doing is tracking that movement. And they wanted to match it with seasonal conditions, dry soils, wet soils, when it's making the moves. So, I don't know, that's all above my level of soil engineering understanding. So.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. No public comments. Old business, new business. Mr. McLean.
You have a ordinance in front of you. It's the authorization of $307,000 in sewer revenue bonds. This is sort of the beginning of a ridiculously long process. I'll apologize now. First of all, I'm going to apologize because I'm the B team. Max McCliney has been doing the heavy lifting on this along with Trish. To deal with the Department of Natural Resources is never easy, but they have changed probably 3 different times while they've been working on getting the numbers together, and they continue to ask for the exact same thing month after month. So we've made it to planning and design. This is an interest-free loan of $307,000 for 5 years. They will take it out when they are ready. It would not surprise me if the design part will probably take 9 months. They'll be ready to bid in 9 months. I wouldn't be surprised if they bid it in 2 years because of DNR. If we could get this designed into and to bid within a year, somebody is praying to the right people. But that's where we are. since they're not charging us interest, we can wait for a while. The only problem is inflation. And inflation's running at 4%, if not higher. So that's where we are tonight. Are there any questions about this ordinance? It's very, you won't be asked for a payment, it'll be, you won't see it, and when you actually do the bond issue, this will be taken out and go for the 20 years at 2%. We're going 30 years, aren't we? I think, well, we can make that decision later. Probably we'll go for 30 years depending on the payment schedule. So it'll be, if it goes 30 years, it'll be 2.5%. If it's 20 years, it'll be 2%.
So this is just for the design work?
The planning and design work, which they've been working on since we passed this election in 24, so we've been working on it since 23, 22. We've been working on it a long time, but this is, finally the engineers are going to get paid. My job is to be your fiduciary on this sort of thing, and at this point, because of the length of time it takes to get, we're too far down the road to change horses, too far in the stream to change horses. But it's awfully hard to recommend the state revolving loan fund at, even at 2%, when it's costing you 4% a year just to get through the process. And it could be, I have one poor city in northern Missouri and it's been 6 years. Well, that was during a 10% inflation time. It's their bids, their projects have doubled. So we're going to be fine, but it is painful.
But you're talking about 2%.
I am.
In the paperwork, it says there's no.
On this, on the 307, there's no interest.
Okay.
So it's when we do the actual project, we bid it, got it out, and then we'll have the long-term debt, which will take out this and add.
So this will go on to the next one.
Yes, that's exactly right.
And are we going to open a separate fund for this particular?
I haven't been given instructions on how to handle the money yet.
It'll go into a project fund, and we'll request it of the state. So they'll hold it.
The state will hold?
The UMB will hold it, this 307,000. And so we'll submit invoices to them.
But the engineer has already done the work, correct?
No, this will go to paying him, so
In the future?
in the
Okay.
future.
So they will make the payments?
Yeah,
to
we'll
the
we'll
engineer?
submit invoices to them. If it's the normal, again, I'm the B team. If it's the normal structure, we submit to UMB so they keep track of it.
Okay. And the cost, that 20,000 or 21,000 that we have to pay now to get this all rolling, can that be added to the
Yes, everything's in this.
cost? Okay.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any out of pocket. It should be all in the bond, short term and long term.
Curious. And Trish, do we have any idea what it's going to cost we have to raise the rates to pay for this?
Yes, but I don't have that with me tonight, but yeah. Max has been working with the engineer and DNR on a proposed rate structure that he'll come to you guys and present you like 2 or 3 different options of how you would like to structure it, and you'll get to choose.
And I chuckle when she says working, because he's been fighting. DNR doesn't recognize, well, if you were to listen to Max in the other office scream, they can't do math. And so they wanted something substantially higher, and he's been backing them off. He just keeps sending them numbers going, I can't make up numbers. But this is, and what will happen is then this man will either get promoted, retire, or change jobs, and we'll have a new person that'll say, no, this isn't fitting our formula. Half the time their formulas are wrong, and you've been dealing with it too, I'm sorry.
So the fee that we have to pay will start charging, we'll have to charge our customers, we'll have to increase the
Correct,
rates.
as soon as you, but that's when we issue the debt. The long-term debt, not the 307,000. So when you do the larger project, that's when either slightly before that or as you issue, you'll have to have agreed to raise the rates on a set formula, and it'll be brought to you.
Okay, I guess I didn't understand. I thought it had said in here that the payments, the fee payments start as of July 1 of 2027.
So next year, hopefully, with that, we could put them in place as early as
And it's
2027.
3 years and, okay, I just,
So if it, in fact, it goes into 2027, typically what I recommend doing is doing an increase in 2027 because you won't be at bid in 2027. That's their most optimistic. And then looking out and saying, okay, we're going to go to bid in maybe the end of 2027, and then a second increase will go into place. So you don't hit people with sticker shock. Oh, by the way, boom.
Anybody else have any questions for him?
It's phase one of, the engineering phase before
Correct.
we get into the major part of actual later down the road.
And you guys are one of the first, really when we voted, there had been one other planning and zone interest-free loan done. They're now becoming more common, but you guys signed up first. So it's just nice to have, because normally you have to go out to market and then you'll have to pay 4.5% or something like this.
Okay. Got anything else to work?
no, right now, I don't. Thank you.
Very good. Do you have anything else then?
Pass the ordinance. That's all I got for you.
Thank you for your time, sir. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Appreciate it.
Speaking of ordinances, we'll just go ahead and move right into it.
The first one on your agenda on for second reading, bill number 2026-27, an ordinance to amend Hermann Municipal Code Section 110-110 regarding qualifications for the office of city clerk.
You have a motion to approve?
I move to approve bill number 2026-27, second read. Both the mayor and the clerk's signature would become ordinance 2507.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
Next is bill number 2026-29, which would be an ordinance authorizing the issuance of a sewerage system revenue bond, State of Missouri Direct Loan Program Design Phase, Series 2026, in the maximum principal amount of $307,000, prescribing the form and details of the bond and authorizing certain other actions and documents in connection therewith.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I ask a question there. I seen on that Exhibit A, like very technical, Part 1.0, project description, it mentions in there allow access to the site from Washington Avenue. We don't have a Washington Avenue, we have a Washington Street. Does that need to be corrected or?
Rest assured, the bond attorneys won't, if they missed it, it's not a problem, because they wrote it in. If I did it, it would have been a huge problem, everything would have stopped. But it's not an issue, but if you could tell me where it is, I'll change it and have it changed.
Underneath the project description, part 1.0, is on Exhibit A.
Exhibit A.
Is there a page number or anything on there?
TWA 14.
I'm just going to look at your page so I can match it up. Where is it? Exhibit A.
Task order 14.
I have that page. Different document then, is that, are we in the same? That's
It's
the
all
same.
stapled to it.
That's the same ordinance, but I don't have that.
You got that? That's it. Great.
Perfect.
Sorry, Mark.
No, all good. Thank you. I'll get it changed.
It's a small thing there, but rather not
I'm
have people.
glad, I'm glad to fix it. It's Washington Street, not Washington Avenue.
Correct.
Okay, let's backtrack then. Did I even have a motion? I don't even remember.
I will make a motion to approve bill number 2026-29.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? We need to do a second reading on that so we can process.
Bill number 2026-29 for second reading. An ordinance authorizing the issuance of a sewerage system revenue bond, State of Missouri Direct Loan Program Design Phase, Series 2026, and the maximum principal amount of $307,000, prescribing the form and details of the bond, and authorizing certain other actions and documents in connection therewith.
Second reading, do I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve 2026-29, second read.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
Thank you all. It'll close the 30th of the month. So the money will be available at the end of the month. Thank you all.
Thank you, Billy.
That's
Joey.
That way, right?
Either way.
Good evening.
All right, next is bill number 2026-30, an ordinance to approve CM Archer Group PC's task order number 14 for engineering and construction management services related to relocation of a sewer lift station and construction of force main improvements.
So this is related to the ordinance we just passed. This is the engineering agreement with Archer for that project.
I have a motion to approve?
And the only thing we're paying for right now or covering is the design work?
Yes, they've got the whole project in here there's not a good page number. It says TWA 14 at the bottom. The design phase is the 286,650. The difference between that and the 307 in the bond is the financial fees. But then they also have in this agreement, the part B is the construction administration, and that's all in the same agreement.
But that'll be included in the next
Yeah,
bond.
that's right.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve 2026-30.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. And we need to do that one a second time also.
Bill number 2026-30 for second reading. An ordinance to approve CM Archer Group PC's task order number 14 for engineering and construction management services related to relocation of a sewer lift station and construction of force main improvements.
Do I have a motion to approve second reading?
I'll move to approve bill number 2026-30, second read.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Move on to resolution.
The resolution this evening, number 1362, is a resolution authorizing the filing of an application with the Missouri Department of Natural Resources State Revolving Loan Program for loans under the Missouri Clean Water Law, Chapter 640 RISMO.
So this is what you've been hearing me talk about for a while. This is the next phase of the federal government with the lead line remediation. The first grant we had was for the inventory, and these are 100% grants from the state. So this next one should be, we think, as well. And so the next phase is for the planning and design, so the engineering, and then the actual remediation. So we were just waiting on the contractor to solidify some last minute information for us, and then there's just this one-page application that goes in.
So how much are we asking for?
I don't have that number. We're waiting on the contractor to solidify the numbers.
And this is just for what is it?
This is for planning and design, and then the actual replacement or remediation.
Any other questions? If not, do I have a motion to approve the resolution?
Make a motion to approve resolution 1362.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. We'll move on to, nope, you say something?
I didn't.
Okay, motions. Could I have a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting, please?
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Invoices for payment, do I have a motion to pay our bills?
I move we pay the bills.
I have a motion to pay the bills, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Reappoint Stephen Parker and David Bishop to the Airport Commission. I have a motion to approve these gentlemen.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion is made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Caterers permit the Copper Mule Distillery Hermann Harvest Festival Amphitheater, September 26, 2026. A motion to approve that.
So moved.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Caterers permits for the 6 Mile Ordinary Missouri Bourbon Festival, 2258 Highway 100, Copper Mule Distillery, August 1st, 2026. A motion to approve that.
Motion to approve.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Caterers permit for the Ozarkian Distillery LLC, Missouri Bourbon Festival, 2258 Highway 100, Copper Mule Distillery, August 1st, 2026. Motion to approve that.
So moved.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Special event application. City of Hermann Tourism Department, the Big Boy Steam Locomotive and vendors at the Riverfront Park Visitor Information Center on Wharf Street. Requested closure of East and Upper Riverfront Park beginning at 9 a.m., closure of Wharf and First Street entrance to vehicle traffic, and closure of Wharf Street. Have a motion to approve that.
Motion to approve.
Motion is made, do I have a second?
Second that.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good. We have no report. So I need a motion to go into closed session.
I move to hold a closed meeting to discuss matters relating to the lease, purchase, sale of real estate pursuant to RISMO Section 1610.021, Article 2.
I need a second.
I'll second.
And I need a roll call.
Yes.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
We are now going into closed session. Thank you everyone for attending and watching.